What's up, everyone? Welcome to Backlog and Beyond, the podcast where we talk about the old video games we want to be and the new ones we play instead. I'm your host, Jeff Z.
And I'm your other host, Nathan H. And this is episode 16.
Don't you love it when I take your notes literally and read them?
Yeah, I just realized, I was like, why did I write Jeff Z and Nathan H?
You saved those 2 seconds of your time.
Yeah, exactly. Now you'll never know our last name unless you go back to a previous episode. Or wait till the end for our social media information.
Yeah, where my last name is Zavadabadoo.
So helpful.
So we have an episode for you today. We're going to do retrospect, which is a week late, and we're going to talk about the Mario 35th Anniversary Direct. So yeah, we have some fun stuff to talk about today. But what did you play this week, Nathan?
I streamed some Ghost of Tsushima this week. Still love the game. It's great. I've really just been taking my time, trying to open the map as much as I possibly can. Like, I'm not even moving forward with the story until I get a certain part of the map taken over. But I'm just really enjoying it. I'm continuing to get better at gameplay, with combat and everything. Stealth, I'm actually getting better at now, finally. But yeah, I'm just really enjoying it. It's a great game. Love it to death. And I played some Devil's Attorney casually.
Nice.
Which is great. I actually upgraded my second apartment halfway, and I got a new suit, which actually gives me more charisma.
Oh,
so
nice.
I start with more points at the beginning of every court case. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that as well. It's the only thing I wish Devil's Attorney had was some kind of subtitles, so I could play without sound.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want to just play without actually having to focus on it, but. I really do want to hear the actual conversations before the court cases, and I like his witty comments when he takes out somebody. But I really wish there was some kind of
fairly well voice acted.
Oh, it's great. I love it. So I just wish there was some kind of subtitle, option. I think that'd be cool. But anyway, that's what I've been playing. It's been fun.
Cool. I sat down to play Max Payne 3 this
Nice.
week on Steam, and it was the biggest pain in the butt that I've ever experienced trying to play a game.
That sucks. I know. I saw your note. I was like, what happened?
I was trying... it just says F Rockstar.
Yeah, I was like, F Rockstar. I've never heard of that game before.
I was like... It wouldn't let me log in without logging into the social club, which is fine. I have an account. And when it went to the screen, it was just blank screen. And I read that's an issue, and that I need to update the Rockstar launcher. So I logged in on my browser. I was able to log into the Rockstar Social Club, which is great. And then I went to update the browser, and it said my credentials were no longer valid. And I read that's been a big issue. So you need to clear all your clear your cache, and you need to mess with the Windows internal firewall, and none of it's working. So I didn't get to play that. But I did get to play Horus on Epic Games, which I picked up for free.
Nice.
Sometime last year. It's about a robot that was adopted by this family, and it's a platformer, and it's very quirky.
That's
and
cool.
The character himself reminds me of Paddington Bear. He's very charming. There's only one voice actor, and it's this robot, and he narrates everyone else's dialogue.
Okay.
It's very charming. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
That's awesome.
At least where I'm at so far. And then,
That's cool.
As you may have seen on social media, I played some Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remastered. It was available Thursday at 6 o'clock. And I started playing immediately. And it's been really fun. It's the muscle memory of it kicks in way more than you expect it to.
That's awesome.
And I was I don't think I'm as great as other people at combos, but I could easily get 300,000 points in a 2-minute session. But yeah,
Mr. 100% complete over here. Jeez.
Yeah, I got. They didn't change any of the tasks from the original games, which I thought was really cool.
That is cool.
They added tasks, so
that makes sense.
It was very easy. It's find SKATE throughout the map and get 100,000 points. And so those were all easy. There's a lot more that I have to do in terms of challenges if I want to get a platinum trophy on it.
Right.
Which I'm considering. But some of it's because in order to pass a level, you had to get a score of 200,000, and one of the things is okay, now get all of the top scores on each level in one combo. And I'm this just sounds like a lot of work. Because sometimes you can get over 100,000 points, and then you lose your balance on a rail and like fall over. And it's really cool.
That.
After you beat the first game, you get mods so that you can get like perfect rail balance, but none of it counts toward the achievements, obviously.
Fair enough. Well, that's cool though. I mean, like I was actually watching some Twitch streamers play just to kind of check it out, and yeah, like it looks really fun. And just I was like, dang, I gotta play this, but I just didn't get a chance this week, so I'll have to download it and give it a shot.
I really liked in the Create a Skater that it's like you don't pick male or female. You just pick the face, pick the clothes, and then like it kind of looks like a boy or a girl or somewhere in between or neither of those, and it's really dope. It doesn't even ask the question, which I really appreciated.
That's interesting.
My issue is everyone has the same body type, and it looks like I lost about 90 pounds. And it's a little bit terrifying. But it was really cool. I played as Tony Hawk for a bit, but I mostly played as my guy, who had the exact same moves as Tony Hawk.
Interesting. So they don't have like... So wait, so if they don't have like a gender option, so they don't have like breasts or they don't have...
No, everyone's just kind of like, like it's skateboarding, so all of the shirts are very, very loose.
That's true. That's true.
So yeah,
That's true. And the women skaters tend to wear sports bras anyway.
Yeah.
So you don't really see much anyway.
I suppose. There's only like 24 faces, which is kind of limiting, but you could alter their hairs and yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Sweet.
Yeah, so that's it for games we've been playing this week. We each picked a bit of news that we'd like to talk about before getting into retrospect. What news did you bring to us?
Well, it was actually pretty big news. Like, not for me specifically because I'm not a big PC guy, but I feel like the more I start to look into PC information, the more I'm like, maybe I really should start investing in PC stuff because the RTX 3080 is dropping. A bunch of stuff's been going all over the internet with this thing. There was a demo that was shown for Doom Eternal, and it was basically averaging at 120 frames per second at 4K with max settings. It was insane. And if you actually compared the two, the 3080 versus the 280 Ti, it was winning by 50% in frames per second. Yeah. And it was also using less of the CPU and the GPU. It was very impressive. Like I'm not a big PC guy, like I've said in the past, but I know what's going on. Like when I'm seeing these numbers and I see what's happening, I'm like, wow, that's impressive. They also had like a Marbles demo that showcased like the ray tracing and lighting and shadows and stuff like that. Yeah. Watch Dogs, Minecraft also released some new RTX trailers. And what's crazy is that this graphics card alone is like half the price of the 280 Ti, and it steamrolls it in terms of performance. It's just insane.
Even the 3070, which is only going to be like $500, I believe.
Yeah, $500.
And it also beats the 2080 by a good margin, and it's way cheaper. So that one's probably going to sell out almost immediately.
But
that means you're probably going to get a good deal on the 2080 if you want one, and I'm in no place to be able to update my motherboard and all things like that. So I'm not looking to get into the 3000 series at least yet.
Right.
I'm looking forward to the cheaper other things going around.
Yeah, I was thinking like, man, I might want to jump on the 2080 game here.
I think if you got that, you can easily do Red Dead at like 60 frames a second.
Yeah, like that's all I'm looking to do. Like I'm not looking to do top tier gaming or anything. Just like just play some decent games, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I might look into some really cheap 2080 cards and see what I can get for that with like a power supply and everything.
Yeah, I don't know when the sweet spot is for that because like now everyone's getting really excited, and our friend Randall has been like, I've been seeing these great deals. People have been selling the 2080s for like $350.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, because I feel like when the 3070 comes out, it's going to be sold out, and then the prices will justifiably go back up on the market.
Right. And then there was like, what else happened? The 3090, that's like
$1,500.
$1,500, and it steamrolls the Titan, which is like $3,000.
Yeah. And then there's a new Titan to beat that.
It's crazy. Anyway, so that's going to release September 17th for $700, $699, the 3080.
Dope.
So it's crazy. Anyway, that was awesome. It was really cool news.
Yeah.
What about you?
So you picked big gaming news that didn't really apply to you. I picked very small gaming news that applies specifically to me.
Oh, interesting.
They last week they revealed a Cobra Kai game, and I
Oh,
have been a big fan of the Cobra Kai TV series. I loved the Karate Kid as a child. I even liked the Jackie Chan remake. That one doesn't get a lot of love, but I had a lot of fun watching it. Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan, they're a good team. And the karate and Kung Fu was actually way better. Like, if you watch the original Karate Kid, like, Mr. Miyagi trips Johnny Lawrence into dirt and then karate chops him in the back.
Yeah.
And he comes in with a black eye. I'm like, how'd he get that black eye?
I need to
He
know.
didn't get punched or nothing. Anyway, this looks like, I'm going to admit, it doesn't look amazing. It looks like a clone of like Streets of Rage, but it looked very choppy. It does have an original story, but it's a game that I probably will pick up as a guilty pleasure if it ends up being bad.
Sweet. That's awesome. That's actually very small news, but that's really cool.
Like, I was just looking around for stuff I found interesting. I'm like,
I love that.
I love this.
That's
I'm going
fantastic.
to play this. I will probably, if it's $20 or less, I'll buy it.
Done.
Done. All right. Next, we're going to move into retrospect for the month of September.
Yay.
Nathan did a lot of work pulling all this information together for last week, but we had such a long episode with Gamescom that all of it got pushed to this week, and half of this episode was done for me, so I'm very thankful for your Gamescom.
Yeah, it was like a lot. It was like, oh, this was a lot of work, and then Gamescom was a lot more work. I was like, jeez.
But we also had to do a lot. Yeah, we both had to do work for Gamescom.
Oh man, that was so much.
many bad trailers.
So many trailers. Ridiculous.
Do you want to go back and forth on this one?
Sure. I'll start off with this one's its 5th anniversary. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain came out in 2015. I actually have this game. I've never beaten this game. I still want to beat this game. That's part of my backlog. But I've really loved it. I just loved the open world concept. But this one had a really interesting fun fact. This one it was on Wikipedia. In July 2015, series composer Rika Muranaka told Fragged Nation in an interview that over 30 commissioned songs for the series were never used, with Muranaka believing that Kojima has a lack of business sense that played a part in his split with Konami. Which, it's really kind of funny, because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, you know what, I could actually see that, just because he's such an artist. You know, he's not really focusing on those business details. He's more of like a big picture guy, he seems like.
Yeah.
And I can actually maybe understand why Konami was like, oh, you know, we're restructuring the company and you're not a part of it because you're losing us a lot of money, actually. So, so I don't know. I don't know the whole story, obviously, but I could actually see that, which is interesting. So, I don't know. I thought that was a really, really interesting fun fact.
Awesome. The next one we have up its 10th anniversary, Halo Reach for the Xbox 360. Fun fact for this one, it was later listed as Reach on the Xbox Live Marketplace a little bit early on August 12, 2010 at almost 100,000 Microsoft points, which equates to $1,250. Spokesperson confirmed the game download was for media review purposes only, and there were no plans to distribute the game to the public through Games on Demand. But 4 days later, hackers managed to access, download, and distribute the game online. Screw you, Microsoft.
I know, right? They totally screwed them. Apparently, that actually happened. I read a little bit further, and that actually happened for their future releases too. Like the same exact thing. Like hackers managed to access the games way early, and screw over Microsoft.
Good.
I was like, what?
Good.
Anyway, So next one, Ultimate Spider-Man came out 2005. It's its 15th anniversary this month. A little fun fact about this one. The first boss battle of the game appears in Ultimate Spider-Man number 38. I thought that was interesting. So it was like a, callback to the comics. Pretty cool.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
I remember playing that one. That one was a lot of fun.
I never played Ultimate Spider-Man. I just remember played, was it just called Spider-Man? Was it Spider-Man 2? I forget which one.
Spider-Man 2 is the one everyone loves for the web slinging.
That was the one I played.
Dope.
I think I skipped the first one.
So the next one, sporting its 20th anniversary, was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. And I'm reading this note now, and Nathan left a lot of hard to pronounce names in there, and I'm very upset about it.
Yeah, it's because it's a Korean band.
It is, but like I'm just gonna skip over these. In South Korea, in order to make the game more appealing, the pop band Finkel,
Yeah, I think it's Finkel.
Fin.K.L.
Yeah.
were featured as playable characters. Looks like the 4 band members are playable, and 8 additional songs from Finkel were included in the main soundtrack on top of the original songs. The Finkel logo was also able to be used on certain objects if you played as one of the members. And completing the game with one of the members is impossible. The game will crash after final gold medal. That sucks.
I know, it's my favorite. I was like, that is hilarious. It's like, oh, we're going to make this so people in South Korea can enjoy it. We forgot about ending the game.
You enjoy most of it.
Yeah, most of it. You just can't finish it. Sorry.
Yep.
Oh, man. All right, next up we have Rayman 1995. It's 25th anniversary this month. Fun fact. Several conflicting accounts have been given for Rayman's origins. During the development of the first game, the developers considered a story in which a 10-year-old boy named Jimmy created a world called Here It's Cool inside his computer and became Rayman once he was sucked into it. The idea was quickly abandoned. I like the name. The world is called Here It's Cool.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, they didn't think it was cool, so they just said, nah, it's okay.
That's not cool. All right, and the last game we have, sporting its 30th anniversary, 1990, Mega Man 3 was released for the Nintendo Entertainment System. It's the 4th highest selling title in the franchise, and Capcom's 54th highest selling title. There was a total of 50,000 boss character submissions for this game.
That's so many.
That's so many.
Like, how did they narrow it down? Was it like, American Idol with like, all right, let's see your boss.
And
That's
also,
gonna be a no
like,
for me,
how
dog.
different were they? We're like, this is him, but he's yellow.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, wait, we saw this boss. I think this was boss 39,268.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. Anyway, and we also have some special mentions. Also, with its 15th anniversary this month, came out in 2005, was the Game Boy Micro launch, as well as in 1995 for its 25th anniversary, the PS1 was released in the U.S. So this was a big month, like, for gaming in general. You know?
I honestly have never even heard of the Game Boy Micro, to be honest.
Neither have I. But I was like, cool, why not? Somebody's heard of it. I haven't.
I didn't get a PlayStation 1 until August of 1997. Oh, no, 1998. I thought it was brand new at that time, too. I got it for my 10th birthday, and I was stoked.
You're like, I'm on top of this. I'm on top of the game
look
world.
At me. I'm caught up with everybody.
Everyone's like, bro, I've been playing this since 1995.
I know.
That's amazing. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know. So there was some really cool games this month, and we're going to be celebrating these games throughout the month on our social media accounts. We'll be posting them along with these fun facts if you didn't get a chance to listen to the show. So, good times.
Dope. Most times when I pop up on social media, I'm surprised to see how much Nathan has already posted.
I was going to say, and trolls my Twitter, my tweets.
What's a good friend if you don't roast your friend every
Fair enough.
chance you get?
Yeah.
I was going to say every once in a while, but that's
every tweet that I tweet out.
Hashtag Aussies of Instagram. Hashtag girl dad.
There's that. Speaking of Aussies of Instagram, there's a T-shirt that I saw and I really wanted. It's called "I Have an Osshole," and it's AUSSHOLE.
I hate it so much.
It's so good. It's like an orange rainbow over it, and it's like the silhouette of an Australian Shepherd. I'm like, I need that shirt.
Another graphic tee for the collection.
Yes, another one. Leave me alone. My body looks
all
good
right.
now. I don't have a tum-tum.
I've lost 5 pounds. I get you.
All right.
I lost 45 pounds last year, and I gained 35 pounds back. But now I'm down 5 again.
Hey, there you go.
I can't even blame COVID. I've in fact lost weight since COVID started. So
yeah, I can't blame COVID because that's all I've been doing since COVID is losing weight. I'm down 20 pounds now. Got 10 more to go.
Emily and one of our friends have started DDPY again, which is dope with yoga.
Nice. I need to do some yoga.
Yeah, it's a lot harder, in the days when it's 95 degrees.
Yeah. Ugh. It was 111 today.
I know. I was at work. I bought 2 fans. We had one there. We have 2 air conditioners, and I turned them all on. And I was still sweating profusely.
Dude, it's so hot in this office right now. It is gross. I am like sweating everywhere.
Yeah, both of us had to turn off our fans so that you could hear us clearly. I hope
so
you
angry.
appreciate me.
Yeah, we do better. If you don't like this episode, then you can F off and go find another podcast.
If we don't get at least 6 followers on Instagram this week, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Lose it.
All right, let's move on to the main
right.
topic of this podcast. This week they had the Super Mario Brothers 35th anniversary direct, the 35th anniversary of the original Super Mario Mario Brothers game being released. I don't know what the original one was called. But they had a lot of stuff to present. Some things bigger than others, but still very exciting. Starting with the Game & Watch Super Mario Brothers. It's a physical system coming out in November 13th. What do you think of it?
This is something I would buy and just never open. Honestly, this is like a legit collector's item that if I just kept in the box and sold maybe like 20, 30 years later, I'd make some serious money off of it.
Maybe. I think that's what they're hoping for.
I think you would. I think it's pretty cool. Like it's because it's limited edition, you know?
Yeah.
They're all going to sell it for so long, and I feel like you can get some serious money for it later on, like just many, many years later.
I think that was the theme of this direct. Only for a limited time.
Like, I don't understand that logic, but for some reason it works for Nintendo, and if they're going to keep going with it, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Yeah, I know. We'll get to the big one where it grinds my gears in a bit. But, like, maybe it's a collector's item, but, like, it's definitely something I would never buy for myself to play because, like, the one big game on it, the Lost Levels, was released later on Nintendo Switch Online. So you could already play that on your Switch, which is already mobile and a much bigger and better screen.
Right.
So it's definitely not something I need. It's just something that you would hide away and hope would sell.
Yeah, I would definitely hide this away.
I hate when they tell you something's like gonna be great later, like limited edition. It reminds me of Beanie Babies. Like everyone wanted those Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
And now they're worth less than retail. Mm-hmm. And it's good.
It's
for
ridiculous.
them.
Yeah, I feel like Mario though is a much more bigger deal worldwide than that. But I don't know. You are taking a risk by buying it, not unpackaging it, and then just leaving it to collect dust until someday we're like, let's check how much people are selling this on eBay for.
Yeah, and there's no price for it yet. What would you pay for it?
That's true. This I'd probably pay, I don't know, probably like $100 max.
Oh, I was saying I'd pay 20. What?
Yeah, I'd pay $100 max. Because if I'm thinking long term, like collector's item, I guarantee they're gonna probably charge at least 60.
But for what it does,
yeah,
like the games itself are worth $5 each.
I have a feeling they're gonna charge 60. I have a feeling because it's Nintendo. Insane. They're gonna do it. Watch.
That would be so insane, and I would never buy it.
I really hope I'm right. I hope I'm right.
I hope you're wrong.
That's a bold prediction. I hope I am right. Just so everyone gets mad.
I hope it's $20 so you feel the need to buy 5.
$20 would be great, but honestly, if it's $20 now, it's not going to be a collector's item later. That seems like way too cheap for somebody to make that much more money off of it.
That's fair. All right. Well, the next announcement they have, they're releasing Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury for the Nintendo Switch, which was originally a Wii U game. Right. Wii U is probably the only system in the Nintendo line that I've never played, like ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't played more
even though
than
I
that.
never owned an N64, eventually my grandparents and my brothers had one, and I played theirs.
Gotcha.
But that was when the PlayStation 3 was already out.
Gotcha. I never had like the Wii U. I never played on the 3DS.
I had one of those.
Yeah, I think actually I take that back. I may have played on your 3DS maybe I think you let me try
Phoenix Wright.
I think you let me borrow that just to play Phoenix Wright, which
it might have been just a regular DS.
Maybe, yeah, may have been a regular DS. Yeah. But there's many Nintendo consoles I have not touched. So
yeah, this was like I really enjoyed the 3DS, but the Wii U, like, it felt like such a gimmick.
Yeah.
Like they managed to improve, like it's the basis for the Switch, like being able to take your game mobile with you.
Mm-hmm. It's huge.
The Switch is very much better in every
The Switch
way,
has been a savior for me because like when I'm like just trying to play games real quick, and it's I can hang out in the bedroom upstairs if I'm waiting for the girls to go to bed. I can
Yep.
pretty much play wherever. I can play while I'm laying in bed about to go to sleep. It's just been a game changer.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a game that I would get if you and Andrew both had it.
Okay.
And I think that would be fun, but I would not. I don't think I'd enjoy it by myself. Mario games are already a tough sell for me, but
interesting
in some cases, but
it looks super fun. Like they literally took the word mayhem and took it seriously. Multiplayer mayhem. I think the one level that stuck out to me was that shadow level. That looked really cool. I loved the aesthetic of that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks fun. But again, I probably wouldn't purchase this unless I think if like you got it and I just happened to get it. Like honestly.
Yeah, I would only get it if we split it, and it doesn't sound like you want to split it, so it sounds like we're not gonna get it.
Yeah, there's just so many other games I'm like trying to get through right now. I can't add more.
Yeah. So that comes out on February 12th, and in addition to that, they're releasing 2 amiibo, the Cat Mario and Cat Peach.
Yep.
That's cool if that's your thing. Not my thing.
Neither mine.
The next thing they announced was Super Mario Bros. 35, which is only available on Nintendo Switch Online from October 1st to March 31st. This is the second thing in the line that is only available for a limited number of time. But at least you don't have to pay anything extra for it.
Right.
I really like
weird.
the concept, too. I like playing the Mario game against all of these other players, and every enemy that you defeat that they get. I thought that was super fun.
It is really cool. I just don't understand, like, is Nintendo expecting this to flop or something? Because what happens if this is like, it blows out of proportion? Let's just say if this thing is the most popular thing next to Fortnite or, Call of Duty Warzone, like, do you think they'd actually just be like, yeah, no, sorry, March 31st, no more? Or are they going to be like, or they'd be like, you know what? This actually could be the next, this could be the next Battle Royale, but for Nintendo. You know what I mean?
I think that would be their excuse if it does well to pull it and then charge to keep it forever.
Right. That makes more sense. Like, because I think this would be really cool. However, yeah, I don't know. I just think they would need to look at it and realize, okay, well, this is a trial. If it goes well, we'll keep it. If not, well, it was a test,
Yeah.
But honestly, I was watching that and it was giving me anxiety.
I know.
Like seeing all that just stuff like flying all over the screen, I was like, oh my god, that's intense.
What's the Tetris game that you could play against other people? Tetris 99?
Tetris at 99 Tetris 99. Yeah, you're playing against 99 other people at once.
It reminded me of that, and I hated that.
I hated that so much, and that's exactly what this is, except it's Mario.
Yeah, and it's like speedrunning, which is a lot of people's thing. People love speedrunning Mario games.
Right. Honestly, like the fact that they're doing this as like their battle royale, I kind of am sad because honestly, what they should have done was a like 64 Mario Kart battle with the balloons. Like remember the balloon game in Mario Kart? We had to like knock people's carts off and the balloons would fly off. That would be an epic battle royale from Nintendo if they did that. If they were to pull that off with like 64 players or even 35 players, 35 go-kart players, and you're all trying to knock each other's balloons off. Last cart standing wins. Like, that would be sweet.
That would be pretty cool, too.
But they're not, so.
Maybe someday, you never
Maybe.
know. They just seem to kind of throw Mario stuff out there.
Well, Nintendo, if you're listening, Mario Kart Battle Royale, do it with the balloons. It'll do well, I promise.
Nathan would like a cut.
I would.
Next thing announced, probably it looks like it was your favorite part of the whole direct. Mario
far.
Kart Live, the home circuit, releasing October 16th. This is where they give you an RC car along with the game and 4 checkpoints so that you can create your own course that you play in your house. And not only will your RC car follow the course, but your player on the Switch will play it as well against other opponents, whether they be humans or CPU.
Right. Yeah, this was by far, I think, one of the coolest things I have ever seen in my life. like I know it's like probably like an overstatement, but it really is. Like I don't know, I haven't seen something that's made me feel like I was 10 again, and this really just for some reason wanted me to play with toys again. Like I don't know what it is. It's just it was so cool. Like I really wish my girls were old enough to enjoy something like this because we would have such a blast. Like you could get so creative. You could take it outside the backyard. You could do it out in if you have like a cul-de-sac street, you could do it out in the street. Like this could be it could be so much fun. Really expensive, but a lot of fun. Like,
Yeah.
I'd go all out. I'd decorate that racetrack like nobody's business.
I think of everything here, this will be the collector's item. This will be the thing 30 years from now, they'll be like, you had a home circuit RC car? Yeah, I even have the checkpoints. And they'll be like, oh, like, I think this is the one later because I think they're going to abandon it within 2 years.
Wow. You think?
Because, like, I remember feeling what you're feeling for Nintendo Labo, and that is on clearance everywhere right now.
Yeah, I don't know. See, Labo, though, felt a little bit gimmicky for me. Like, I felt like it would just get boring, like, playing with blocks after 2 hours. I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm done.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, this, like, if you actually have friends that have the carts, like, this could actually become, like, an actual, like, this could be, like, a tournament thing. Like on TV, this could be like a Twitch thing. This literally could turn into a Twitch tournament easily.
That's a thing you have to be in person for, though. And we are at least 6 months away from that.
It's true. But I'm just saying, like, it'd be cool. I had a few questions though about it. Like, honestly, I was curious to see if the video quality is actually that good, because like the video that they're showing as the example looks stellar. It looks crystal clear, and I'm like, is it really that good? If you're trying to connect to the Switch and you're trying to connect to these cars with like Bluetooth cameras. Mm-hmm. And then I'm also curious to see how big the track can actually get, like if that's as large as they can get, or if you can actually make the checkpoints further away from each other.
Also, what if you live in a carpeted house?
That carpet better be very thin. Very thin tweed.
This is not for you.
No, it's true. You gotta have like hardwood floor, or you just gotta take it outside.
That would ruin the tires.
Yeah. Also, too, they got to like really make sure they work on any technical issues. Like, again, like if you lose connectivity, if the camera decides to like stutter, like they're gonna have to really like focus on all those technical issues. Otherwise, this could really flop.
Yeah, and like, what happens if you run into something real life that's not in the game?
Yeah, and you don't. Well, I imagine you see it though.
That's fair. Oh, I mean, but you're looking at the track. I guess you would.
Yeah, because in the video they show the actual like you actually going underneath like the coffee tables and the couch, and so you would see it. You'd have to like be aware of it.
So it looks like the game is only, with the RC car, it's going to be $99.
Yeah,
which
so that
I think is a bargain.
I think so too. Honestly, like if the only thing is if you're like me and I'm trying to buy it for both my girls and myself, that's $300 right there. That's
I mean, you're gonna like. I imagine they're gonna sell the RC cars separately, but
you don't think they'll sell it with the game?
No, I meant like in addition to. So if you buy you won't have to buy the game 4 times to get all 4 characters.
Oh.
So I imagine like it'll be $100 for one set, and hopefully you could pick any of the 4 characters for your first one. Hopefully it's not all Mario. And then after that, I see them selling each RC car in addition to that for $60.
Okay, I can see that. It's like buying like a webcam.
Kinda, yeah. It'd be dope if you could connect it to your computer. Like drive around.
Dude, that'd be amazing.
They used to make things like that, like spy on your family with this robot, and like you just walk.
Dude, I remember that stuff. That was like the '90s. Like it was really funny. And then like the '90s was all about spying on your parents with like stupid tech. Like that was the '90s, being a stupid spy with like secret walkie-talkies and robots, and like it was the way of the future. And whoa, it's over the top.
I had one of those robots. You could walk into the other room, and then you could speak through a microphone, and then shoot a plastic dart. And I did that, and I never saw the darts again. So
I bet. I had 2XL. That was as far as I got with robots.
I think
where you put
sorry, go ahead.
A cassette tape. You put a cassette tape in the robot, and then you could either do like trivia, or you could do like choose your own adventure stories.
That's pretty cool.
It was fun. It was just that's all it did.
It'd be really cool if you could do it. If they could mod it to work like a drone, where you could just drive it within an area and be able to see where it's at all times.
That'd be cool. You'd have to hack it probably.
Through it. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be hackable within a year.
People will hack the crap out of that.
I know. See, I like that better than I like the game. I wouldn't play it in here with my wife or
your mother-in-law would feel
this is not for me. This is for families.
Yeah, like exactly. This is literally for families, I think, and I think that's why it like sells like it screams to me more. But again, like I'd have to spend at least $200 if I wanted to at least get the girls each one of their own carts.
Yeah.
Or hopefully, like you're saying, $100 for one cart and the game, and then $60 for the second cart.
I don't see why they make you buy the game 4 times
That well,
Although, I
because
mean, to play local co-op.
yes, to play local co-op, yes, but I think the
Although
whole
I don't see how
idea
you would play local co-op.
you couldn't. That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
unless you have it in docked mode, and then you're all
Maybe.
playing on the TV, because then that would be easier to do.
Yeah, because then you could each play with the Switch,
Because then,
the Wii,
to play with
the
your
remotes.
girls, it would be a Switch for each of them, and the
Right.
game, and the RC car. So that
$1,200 later.
you're looking at $1,200 minimum.
Oh, that's horrible to think. I don't know they need to give more details, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It was the best looking thing I saw at this direct, personally.
Yeah.
Aside from something else we're about to talk about. So
Yeah. The next thing we have to talk about is the Super Mario All Stars was released immediately for Nintendo Switch Online. By that I mean a couple hours. Yeah.
Yep.
I played it that night. It was really cool to play the original Mario game with the updated graphics because
Yep.
it was not as fun to play something that old.
Yeah, I mean,
on the
I do
Nintendo
like how
Switch
they
Online.
upgraded the graphics. The upgraded graphics were a nice touch.
It looked like a Super Nintendo game. So that I guess you could consider those the first remasters. The first really good ones.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I played it. It's fun. Luckily, that's not going anywhere. Looks like it's going to stay online.
Yeah.
So exciting. The last thing they announced was Super Mario 3D All Stars, which is a collection of Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. It's going to be available physical and digital only from September 18th to March 31st. After that, they will be unpurchasable, at least as a
I think
whole.
that's just crazy. Like, it's like, well, if you want it, you got to buy it between these months. Otherwise, tough. You know, I think that's,
Yeah, and
I don't know.
people
that's kinda
are
crappy.
speculating that you'll be able to buy them separately after that, and like this is like the collection. But either way, I think this is a hokey
A lot of
practice.
people are suggesting that people buy buy the physical copy because
You could
you
sell
never
it
know.
later. Like if they
Yeah, you could
never
resell it,
re-release
you
it, you make a lot of money for it.
right, exactly. Like I'm almost considering buying the physical just because what happens if one day Nintendo Switch is like, we're gonna shut down our servers.
Yeah.
Like, great.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I
I was-
want to buy it. Like I love the idea of not having to switch out a cartridge, but
Right.
I love the idea of making money for this later.
I know, dude. But I don't know. This was. I mean, Super Mario 64 was like one of my first N64 games ever, and I beat it and I loved it, and I was kind of upset that it wasn't a remake, but I guess I'll take an HD remaster. And honestly, I've never played Sunshine or Galaxy,
Me neither. I'm on
so
the same
this
boat.
would be a good reason to buy this just so I can try those out as well.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat in trying those games. I was really disappointed that they didn't at least make Mario 64 full screen. There was the big data leak for Super Mario 64, and hackers were already like almost instantly able to make it full screen 60 frames a second with almost no effort. So I'm
Yeah,
really upset that that's not even a
Right.
thing.
I know.
But it's $60 for the entire set. That's $20 a game. I think for Nintendo, that's a bargain. And if I think
Yeah.
if they re-release these, they're going to be at least $30 each.
I agree. Yeah, I
if they're
think.
individual.
Yeah, I think if I do get this, it'll be physical for sure, just for the resale value.
Yeah. I hope one day for at least one of these we get like a Spyro or Crash Bandicoot level remake.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm like their strategy's working. I have fear of not being able to get it, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
every
pick it up
time.
before March 31st.
It's true every time, and even with the Switches, when they were like, low on stock during COVID, everyone's like, I can't get a Switch for the life of me.
I know, suckers got one.
They just but that's what they do. They build the hype, and they're like, oh, you missed out. Ah, too bad.
It's like the
it's
Disney
like-
Vault all over again.
I know it's kind of crappy, but at the same time, it's working for them. So hey, more power to them, I guess.
Yep.
On demand.
I can't believe I'm falling for it.
Me too, man. Me too.
Anyway, in addition to all of these new games, they announced in-game events for some of their other games. September 8th, which I think by the time we release this is today, They're going to do a Mario Kart Tour event with Mario and Donkey Kong Jr. 16-bit from the original Donkey Kong game. I'm just going to go through all these and we can talk about
Yeah, go for it.
They're going to do a speed run course for Super Mario Maker 2 in November. Nintendo versus Challenge Cup for Smash Brothers Ultimate, which is only Super Mario series stages, fighters, and items. Mario themed Splatfest in Splatoon 2 in January. And then what my wife is most excited for, Mario themed furniture in Animal Crossing New Horizons coming in March.
And that's pretty, actually, out of all those things, I think that'd be the most thing I was excited for as well.
They didn't even show any of it. I'm like, ooh, neat.
I want to see it. Oh, yeah. I can imagine they'll actually have literal toadstools as stools.
That is not a bad idea.
You're welcome. Yeah, thank you. I'm bowing. You can't see it.
Nintendo, Nathan wants a job.
I do. I really do. Honestly, I was thinking about getting into game sound design. I think that'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Another career change.
Good who knows? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm really enjoying what I'm doing, but who knows where it's gonna go. It's like we're in scary ass times right now.
Yeah.
Gotta keep my options open.
Yeah, I should just get a normal 9 to 5 and call it a day.
Yeah. I mean, damn it, I have to bleep that out. Son of a... Okay. I'm gonna calm down.
You wanted to talk about some of the merchandise you were going to buy.
Yeah, sorry. You probably cut out because my internet's really bad right now. It keeps there's at least 30 times during that 35th anniversary conversation I missed even what you said. So I don't even know what we actually talked about.
It happened a few times, but luckily I just caught the tail end of everything you were saying, so I was able to be like, yeah, that's next thing.
That's happened every time, exactly. So we're probably having just one-sided conversations. Anyway, honestly, there was some merchandise they showed, and out of all the merchandise that really popped out was the Monopoly set and the pen set. The pen set looks really cool. I would take that pen set and probably just give them to my girls. Too.
If they were Disneyland quality pins, I would be all over that.
Mm-hmm. I just put them on my girls' backpacks.
4 years from now when they're in school?
Yeah, exactly. And they'll be like, whoa, this is cool. It's like, yeah, I got these 4 years ago.
That's right. Nerds.
Nerds. I really pray to God one of my girls actually enjoy video games, because that's going to be really sad if I'm playing alone the rest of my life.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that was the Mario 35th Anniversary Direct. Please tweet us, Instagram message us, and...
actually, before we move on, we actually had some people on Instagram that actually responded to a question as to what they were excited for. Let me pull it up real quick. You'll probably miss my conversation because you can't hear me. Let me see.
I'm hearing this part, which is nice.
Well, that's good. Okay, so we got the Hunter Bishop. He's also looking forward to Mario Kart Live. The Hunter Bishop's on Instagram, as well as Xbox Virago. It's either Virago or Virago or Virago. I'm not exactly sure. But she was asking, have you seen the new Lego Nintendo? Oh my God.
I want that so bad.
I know, right? It's so cool looking, but it's so expensive. Oh my God. But anyway. That's what she was excited for.
Well, great. So if you have more opinions you'd like to share with us, we'd love to hear them. And Nathan will attempt to announce your username on the air, and then we'll read your tweet out loud. Great. So before we get to our Give It an Hour, we have our game for the day. We're going to be playing video game Mad Libs. Nathan and I have each chosen a game, taken the description for the game, and we're replacing each of the items with Mad Lib items. And we're going to read them out loud. It's going to be very funny. And we're each going to guess what game we're describing.
All right, cool. Okay, here we go. The game is built around 4 pillars: skipping, tie, combat, and avoiding. Players are free to perform within the entirety of a procedurally generated deterministic mall, which includes over 87 candies. Through the game's suite system, books have their own computer with unique forms of water bottle and phone charger, and various sentient deodorant species may engage the player in combat or trade within bookstores.
Are you still talking? Nathan? Nathan?
Yes.
You lost me at bookstores.
Oh, that was the end.
Oh, great. It went paused. I said your name 3 times and you responded. Great. So my first guess is No Man's Sky.
You gotta be kidding me. What was it? Was it procedurally generated? Was it
Procedurally generated and trading sentient.
I knew I
Sentient
should have changed
definitely
that.
get me.
Man.
That was funny.
Okay, here's the original sentence. The game is built around 4 pillars: exploration, survival, combat, and trading. Players are free to perform within the entirety of a procedurally generated deterministic open world universe, which includes over 18 quintillion planets. Through the game's procedural generation system, planets have their own ecosystems with unique forms of flora and fauna, and various sentient alien species may engage the player in combat or trade within planetary systems. Man.
10 points for me.
Yeah, that was 10 points right there.
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually been keeping track of the points in the last one, so...
Well, you'll just have to listen to our podcast.
No!
You can find it on all major podcasts, Backlog and beyond.
Thanks. All right.
All right, I'm going to read mine as the new thing. I didn't change much of the first paragraph, so
I've already lost you.
Figure it out. Can you hear me?
Oh, here we go. I can hear you. Go ahead.
You may figure it out early, but please don't interrupt me. Let me say the whole thing.
I won't. Go for it.
Okay. This is an adventure game played from a third-person view, which is subject to a set of controllable perspective. There are multiple playable characters who can microphone as the story continues without them. As a result, there is no "here's looking at you, kid" message following a character sting. The playable characters are Rowan Atkinson, a teller tasked with hunting down toilets that have deviated from their rough behaviors. Susan Sarandon, a clerk who develops sunglasses and becomes responsible for a young girl's lighter. Josh Hartnett, a janitor who, after gaining consciousness, takes it upon himself to free others like him from television.
Okay, you're done?
I'm done.
Oh, man. Okay, I know the game. I just don't know. I forget the name.
Got it.
Hang on. Detroit Become Human.
Yes.
Yeah!
I feel like
I had to think of it. I was like, wait a second.
Word.
Yeah, there were so many words because, like, the fact that you split off into 3 different characters, I was like, okay, well, it's definitely,
It was gonna be like, I was like, that could be Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, wait, a little girl. I was like, well, that kind of gave it away. And then, like, the deviating,
so there was a
I was
lot
like,
of clues, but I really liked the Mad Lib.
Yeah, the Mad Lib was great. Oh, man. So that's 10 points for each of us. And you're still ahead then.
10 points for each of us.
Man.
So whatever we're at,
good stuff.
I'm still there.
All right.
I'm still winning. All right, great. We're going to move on to our last segment, Give It an Hour. We both played The Last Campfire. Oh, I see why you chose No Man's Sky. Okay. They're both by Hello Games.
That's right.
That was the biggest clue right there.
But you just figured it out, so...
I know. I figured it out before the biggest clue of all. All right. We had conflicting opinions on this game. So let's just start talking about it. I don't think we should go back and forth.
I agree.
So, tell me about your experience.
You keep cutting out. I'm not sure if you're talking about it or if I'm talking about it.
You talk about it.
All right, cool. All right. I actually loved this game overall. Like, it was very simple in its approach, and I appreciated that. It was almost kind of the reason why I wanted to play it in the first place, because I was in the mood for this kind of game. I loved the variety of the level design. The game design was very nice. The sound design was very satisfying. I did appreciate the one thing was kind of weird was the puzzles were almost too simple at first. And I was like, well, hopefully these puzzles get harder because it was just way too easy. And of course, as I moved on, they definitely did progress in difficulty. And there was one puzzle that was almost impossible, and I actually had to look it up because I could not, for the life of me, figure it out. And I was
like,
it an
early
not
puzzle?
No, it was later on.
Oh.
It was like a whole nother area. It was in the marsh. I don't know if you got that far.
No.
Okay, yeah. The marsh is like the puzzles get increasingly hard, and you actually get introduced you get introduced to the villain. It's really cool.
Oh, okay.
I loved the narrator. I loved her voice. I appreciated that she still did all the voices for all the characters. It was very charming, but you could still hear like the other characters' dialogue, or their little mumbling underneath her dialogue, which was kind of cool. The only issue I had with this game was the frame drops and stuttering in between the forlorn puzzles and some cutscene sequences. But honestly, it wasn't enough to take me out of the game. It was just kind of frustrating. I was like, well, isn't this like next gen? Like not next gen, but it's like we're towards the end of the generation at this point. I feel like these issues shouldn't be really a big thing with such a small game.
Yeah, it's not even a demanding game. I don't see why,
No.
especially in docked mode, that this should be an issue.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I even actually caused a glitch in the marsh. I pushed a journal box off frame, and now I can't even get it anymore. Like, I used my I forget the name of the instrument he plays to like move things, but I just moved it off frame accidentally. I was like, wait, oh, I wasn't supposed to move it there, and now I can't get it. So
You can never 100%
now
that game.
yeah, I'll never 100% it now unless I start it all over again. I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to have to just accept the fact that I messed up, or the game won't fix itself. So, but in general, I'm definitely gonna see this one to the end. I recommend it for somebody who's looking for a chill experience with just like an easy game to pick up and put down, not have to worry about it too much.
Fair.
What about you?
I was really disappointed in this game.
That sucks.
I know. Like it's just not a game for me, I guess. I watched other reviews, and I was like trying to get perspective on it.
Right.
One guy's like, smooth experience on the whole time, no stuttering, no frame drops, and I'm like, this guy didn't
What did he play it on? Yeah, what did he play it on?
He played on the Switch.
What?
Yeah,
No.
I have no idea. He goes, I did run into a couple glitches. I didn't enjoy the narration because I felt like it was very single note delivery, and
Interesting.
I didn't enjoy.
But you liked Horace though, and Horace
I liked
sounds
what?
like it's the same thing.
No, I didn't. But I mean, that was charming delivery, and it was supposed to be like that. She sounded like she was trying to give emotion, and it just fell flat for me.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I really liked the concept of like guiding lost souls to the other
Yeah.
side, but like
thought that
just
was
something
cool.
about it doesn't resonate with me. Like if you got a game like this or Moss, like for some reason, like looking at the mouse in Moss, initially like, oh, he's so cute. This guy, I was like, he looks like a potato sack with eyes.
A ghost in a potato sack.
Yeah, I don't know, it didn't do anything for me.
Interesting. Okay.
I got stuck on a puzzle and I just never picked it up again. And I'm like, if I haven't deleted it off my system already, I'm going to very soon.
And actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna do it right now, live on the show.
I read on PC that it's point and click. Like you point to where you want him to go, and if it was that, I wouldn't have even made it an hour.
I would have hated that.
The free movement was nice.
Yeah, the free movement was nice. Totally agree. I just liked how cute some of the puzzles were, and it just felt like it's really charming, like just how sweet it is. Like you're just helping these people who've given up, and you're kind of like guiding them back to where they were trying to go in the first place. And I also liked how some of the puzzles were themed, like the way the puzzles were designed were themed around their issue. So like they either got like lost in the dark, or they got cold and they just gave up. And I just thought I thought it was sweet. So that was just me though.
I kind of zoned out on those, if I'm going to be honest.
You're like, okay,
They were talking while I'm trying to figure out this puzzle. I'm like, shh. The first thing I did when I found out that you were guiding spirits is I went to look for that skeleton that you found at the beginning of the game, and like,
oh yeah,
like maybe you're the spirit and that skeleton's you later in the line. I think that would be cool.
That would be cool.
But otherwise, I was very disappointed that I didn't go get to find that spirit.
That sucks.
First thing, but
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so it just wasn't for me. I'm
cool.
Like, I really was into No Man's Sky for a bit, but like the more you played that game, the more empty it felt, and so that experience kind of soured for me. And the fact that this one had like such big issues on such a simple game in terms of frame rate and stuff for me really turned me off very quickly.
All right.
But yeah, so like, I don't think it's dumb that you like this game. I just don't like this game.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and I think it's great that we actually have such differing opinions on games, because it honestly makes for better conversation.
That's fair. Did anyone?
Because wouldn't that be boring as hell if we just both always agreed with each other all the time? Like that'd be the most boring conversation of all time.
We should do an episode on that, Mike. I have to agree with everything you say.
You're just like, yes, great. Just like smiling behind like your fake teeth.
Just like, yeah, loved Drive, 10 out of 10. And I'm like, yeah.
Loved Drive. Ryan Gosling, what an actor.
Yeah.
All that non-delivery, so good.
Just
anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, we're picking new games for each other this week. I am having you play Horus.
Cool.
I had a lot of fun. I played it for about 2 hours this week, and then the next morning I played those same 2 hours for Emily because I wanted her to see it, and I thought it was super cool. Like I laughed a lot. It's just like without too many spoilers, you wake up and you're a robot owned by a very wealthy older gentleman who lives in a house with many other people. So I really enjoyed it, and I think you will too. It's very charming. So it's weird that we both like charming different games. So yeah, what game am I playing this week?
Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. This game I recently started playing, but just before Last of Us Part 2 came out. And I really enjoyed it. I feel like it's very reminiscent of God of War. Mm-hmm. So you might find a lot of similarities between the two. Other than that, it's definitely more of your style because it's very, very linear.
Randall recommended this game a while back. And on PC,
must
they have
play
a
with
VR
headphones.
version, which is really cool. Like, you don't play as the
really?
character, but it's like a third-person VR.
That's trippy.
Yeah.
I would just suggest play with headphones. Like,
Okay.
definitely play with headphones because that is the best way you're going to understand this game. Understand why it was such a big deal.
Cool. Great.
Yep.
Yeah, I will definitely play the game.
Actually, before we move on, one last thing. We actually did get a review for The Last Campfire.
Oh, I asked about that, but I must have cut out at that exact moment.
You probably did. I totally messed up. So anyway, this is from Gamer Dad Bucky on Instagram. He also has his own podcast. He's a dad like me. So he said he's already played for a few hours. Yes, Jeff, I'm a dad, and it's okay if I make dad jokes occasionally.
It's
so
okay
dads
to make dad
can relate
jokes.
to me.
You just remind everyone every sentence. As a father.
As a father, well, not everyone knows who the hell I am. Anyway, already played for a few hours, and I am loving it. This game is right up my alley. Puzzle solving is a lot of fun, unique and memorable characters, heartfelt storytelling, and really gorgeous art design. A nice breath of fresh air type of game. And that was that. So thank you, Gamer Dad Bucky, for your review. Yeah. And I would suggest if you want to join us for the next round of gaming for either Hellblade or Horus, please feel free to reach out to us on either Instagram or Twitter, or email us at contact@backlogandbeyond.com with your reviews, and we will read them on the show.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all the time we have for you today.
Woohoo!
Please subscribe.
Yeah, sorry for all the audio, the difficulties if we sound like we weren't talking to each other properly, because we actually weren't talking to each other half the time. we were
nodding and smiling. And I can't see
yes.
Nathan nodding and smiling because he's not on video.
Jeff's assuming that I'm just I'm talking the entire time or listening the whole time, and he has no idea.
No idea.
Oh man. But yes, follow us on Twitter, on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch at Adventure Hawkins.
And I'm Zavadabadoo.
And Jeff?
I said I'm Zavadabadoo.
Dang it. Oh man, I have to do so many editing. This sucks.
Yeah.
Or maybe I won't. Maybe this will just be really funny.
I don't think this is
just a bunch of just a bunch of dead air. Oh man. Anyway,
or both of us trying to talk at the same time, not hearing the other person.
Yeah, there's that. Okay, cool. Well, before we end the show, I decided to change it up a bit because we seem to just kind of end the show, and I figured it'd be fun to try to make Jeff laugh at some really bad dad jokes that I come across every now and then. So here it is, and you can take this if you want. What did Master Yoda say when he saw himself on a 4K TV?
What?
HDMI.
I hate you so much. You had to throw the voice in there.
I had to.
5, 6, 7, 8.